Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a Saturday, an early Saturday in Scum. And yes, we're playing on the Showdown server. And I'm not saying the Showdown server is easy, because PvP will never, ever be easy. Especially because of what people use when they fight you. You know, like if you don't use a crosshair, it's not easy. It's basically unfair. If you don't increase your gamma settings in the NVIDIA control panel, you know, you're sitting with a major disadvantage. So PvP will never be easy, because you can face cheaters on official servers. And yeah, that's a really good reason to join private servers, you know, to find a community where an admin upholds the rules that you are comfortable with. Because if you don't like the PvP side of the game, you are going to, and you play on official servers, you are going to run into players that are willing to do things that you are never willing to do. You know, whether it's cheating or whether it's using crosshairs or whether it's insulting you and bowstring their own egos, you know. Like the reason I stopped playing Rust is just because of the children that played Rust. You know, is there service in Rust where you're not, you know, where children are not trying to drive you crazy? Maybe. But I mean, I take a game like Rust. Rust I enjoyed a lot. Rust has got the best base building in any survival game. But unfortunately, the people that you play with has a major effect on you. And if you play against people that will do anything to win, you know, they're going to use stuff that either you're not willing to use or that you don't know about. You know, and you can't prove. Even if you know they're using it, you might not be able to prove it, you know, unless they are dumb hackers, because most people that use cheat software are clever enough, you know, not to get their account banned, because cheaters create hundreds of accounts. So at some point, they try and figure out how to not cheat blatantly. Yeah, and that is something that you're gonna struggle with. But single player and private servers with a good community like mine, I want to show you today, even on a server like the Showdown, even though we can get stream sniped because I don't own the server and there's no rules on the server, I want to show you how easy the default rules are, the default settings. And that's what makes private communities or private servers, you know, just a little bit better to play on, because then the server owner can change a few things, you know, so that the game is a little bit more survival. One thing that you guys might not know if you've never played on official servers is you can buy quest items. So you don't have to do the quest. It's not a quest. It's a stock exchange. Like there are certain quests that you must go and do, but the majority of the quests, you can just buy the item and give the trader the item. So it's like it's like a stock exchange at the end of the day. And but if you're struggling with fame and you're struggling with money, I'm going to show you today that even it doesn't matter how many times you get killed on an official server. And again, if someone's blatantly killing you and cheating, you know, you can always report them to the developers. Hopefully they can do something about it. But I mean, there's so many cheaters on official servers. You know, it's completely out of control at the moment. Although I want to, like a few months ago, I showed you guys how many Chinese servers were on Scum. I wonder if there's still so many Chinese servers. But let's get to the chat quickly. Corny, welcome, my friend. YOLO, single player games are a specific life nowadays. Yeah, I've been seeing your guides. Your community is awesome, and the management of the server is great too. Thanks, YOLO. Dreadpool, I struggle with the red zone law. I can show you the red zone today as well, Dana. I can show you the red zone today as well. I want to figure out a new path, or I want to figure out a path where my teammates can follow me with sentries, because I feel I can handle sentries very good on my own. But, you know, if I've got someone with me, then I just feel if two people try and take a gap, you know, you will attract the sentries. So I'd like to figure out for my team a few paths that we can take where we take zero risk of waking up the sentries. So I'm going to play around with that as well. Pong XP, Sean, welcome, guys. But first, let's just check how many Chinese servers are still active. Okay, never mind. Okay, yeah, the problem is just as bad, or the problem is pretty bad. Okay, so that hasn't changed. Never mind. But okay. Oh, sorry, sorry guys, I have to hide the screen. I can't give away the details of the server. So let me just quickly put the server details in here. Huh? Lekker start. Ja, maar jullie pen. Die gaan naar de ATM toe, 2007, balance. Check wat die balance is, dan weet je. Okay. Ek weet nie wat... Ja, miskien is dit Netflix, ek is seker. Okay, sorry sis. Yeah, so, sorry, I was just talking to Trinity there. Yeah, we should actually copy and paste this into our team chat. Okay, just give me a sec, guys. I just have to get the details quickly here, because it's, yeah, they don't want us to give away any information about the server, and it's password protected. So as soon as you play on another server, you know, you have to do everything over again. Oh my word. And there we just had a lag spike. Let's try that again. Control V, can you work immediately? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Okay, now you're going to ask me for the password, and now I'm going to put in the password. Control C. There's the password. Let's go. Okay. Now you guys can see again. So let's go. I'm just going to put all of this in here. Yeah, I'll use a spray shotgun. It's fine. I don't have any clothing. I am going to get cold, so that's negative. Take a ghillie suit. Take a quiver. Take some night vision. We have a battery. Yep, that battery still got power. Okay. So I have to activate the filter for you guys. Give me a second. I also just want I also just want to see how late it is, yeah? How long are we going to be blind? No, the sun's coming up pretty soon. Okay, but I'll still activate the filter for you guys. But yeah, the sun is coming up soon, so that's fine. Yeah, we've got a battery, so no, I don't have to activate the filter for you guys because we've got the night vision. There we go. Okay. So let's go. Why I have shells in here? Okay, I need slugs. I need a few slugs. Slugs, slugs, slugs. I wonder if I still won't spawn a horde if I use buckshot. Let's take slugs and buckshot. I think it should be the same. Like, you know, you're not spawning a horde, but I just want to make 100% sure. Unload ammo. Okay, it's just slugs that's inside the gun, so that's fine. Okay. Now, I was high with fame, but of course we died, so yeah, Omega is the highest fame at the moment. But yeah, I'm just planning on getting to tier 2 quests, and then I can make 450 fame a day, 480 fame a day. If you're wondering, Luthais, how can you make 480 fame a day? Because of the vanilla settings, you can buy the quest items. So if I get to tier 2 quests, they're going to give me 10 fame per quest. So if I go to C2 and I do the 3 quests at the General Goods Trader, that's 30 fame. Then I do the 3 quests at the Armorer, and remember, I can buy the ammo and then just sell him the ammo. You know, so I can do 3 quests at the Armorer, that's 60 fame, you know, in total. Then I go to the mechanic, another 30 fame. Then I go to the medic, another 30 fame. That's 120 fame per trader. Then I go to the 4 traders, which equals 480 fame. And that's just with tier 2 quests. I'm not even talking about tier 3 quests. Yeah? So if you want to buy a vehicle, definitely use the quest. Although on my server it's going to be, you know, you can't do this. But I mean, the quest is still important. But I'm just, yeah, that's why the thumbnail is easy mode, because the vanilla settings without someone changing the vanilla settings are extremely easy. And yeah, let me show you guys the best loot location on the map. No, there's no discussion about it. I'm going to show you guys the best loot location on the map. Without you needing screwdrivers. You can argue that the torpedo factory is the best with weapons if you're lucky. You know, I mean, but I mean, you can open up all the lockers at the torpedo factory. I'm talking about here. In Z1. You can open up all the lockers in Z1. And still be unlucky that you don't find 5 weapons, okay? But when it comes to a loot location where you don't need luck, and you've got lockers that you can open, this is it, ladies and gentlemen. This is it, and I'm going to show you exactly why. And I'll help you to not get killed by sages. I know for a fact we're getting a K6 helmet. Like for a fact. Possibility of a backpack. Not so sure about clothing. We're going to get a ton of gold locks. And we're going to get good military gear. No, Marathon Man. The weapons factory is just good for weapons if you're willing to use 40 screwdrivers. I'm showing the community the best loot location if you don't, where you don't need screwdrivers. The weapons factory is just good if you've got 40 screwdrivers. Without the lockers, the weapons factory is nothing special. But I mean, I think we all call it the torpedo factory. I think so. But yeah, a lot of people can say the big city. The big city is a lot better with what I've learned from the big city. Like the big city is more useful than I thought it is. But at this current stage in the game, there's no one that can argue with me that there's a better loot location than D4. For various reasons, a lot of reasons. But I mean, if you absolutely hate sentries, and doesn't matter what I show you, you still struggle with them, then of course the big city is better. The railway then and the storage places. No, you're talking about this place here. Well, this place is very average. You can get food and military stuff here, but it's quite average. You have to cover a lot of ground. And I've looted this entire place without filling up a backpack. Can you fill up an entire hiking? Like, can you fill up, can you fill yourself up with stuff there? Sure you can. But when it comes to making money and getting a lot of important loot, I don't think it's as good as the, like, if I have to mention the top 5, I'd say number 1 by a mile is D4. Then the city is 2. With lockpicks, weapons factory is number 3. Then the naval base. And then, yeah, then it doesn't really matter. Beep up 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 up. I said a beep up 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 up. I'm a scared man. Bibbly 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 boop boop. Bibbly boop boop. And I'm gonna show you guys the power of the SDAS with like this gun is okay, but as soon as you put that thing on it, it's overpowered. Hoeveel is oor in die rekening? Jy weet nie. Yeah, pop culture. I just quickly just quickly threw something together that I don't get cold. I'm going to get a lot of gear where I'm going. And I'm going to show you guys a secret that 90% of you don't know. Okay, I'm sure some people know about this. But, yeah, one of my community members and someone in my team told me about this, which will help you a lot. A heck of a lot when you loot this place. Like the developers activate or create loot locations that no one will think about. I don't know who they're creating the loot locations for. Maybe their friends or maybe themselves. I'm not sure. But yeah, there's always some kind of place that you can loot that, that doesn't make sense, but it's there. Just love your servers, Luthais. My first one doing PvP on, and it's always fun and a challenge, and I've done something stupid as well. Sometimes stupid. Yeah, I do something stupid all the time, but nothing wrong with that. As long as you're having fun, you do what you do, my man. As you guys can see, I've been running around quite a lot, and it's not a waste of time. Hey Zitko, welcome, welcome. Are you a lady? Because then I have to call you darling. I think it's the first time in the. I think it's your first time in the chat. I'm not sure. But yeah, you just have to tell me if you're a woman, because I call all the women darlings, so that none of them get jealous. I am a lady. I just changed my name. I used to be called Margita, if you remember. Oh yes, I do. I do, Margita. I remember. Well, welcome, darling. Stay tuned, Zitko, because you're gonna learn a lot of secrets. A lot of secrets. Now I'm on the Showdown server. I'm on the Showdown server, but the Showdown server is completely official. So I'm not gonna struggle with Chinese cheaters. I am going to struggle with stream snipers and exploiters and stuff like that, you know, people that use crosshairs and NVIDIA gamma settings. I'm going to struggle with tryhard players, but I'm not going to struggle with cheaters, so it's fine. But I can at least show you, how easy the official settings are of Scum. If the server owner doesn't change anything, I'm going to show you how extremely easy it is. With a little bit of preparation and guidance. Check this out. Check this out. Check it out. No horde. No horde. It's freaking awesome, man. It's awesome. Ridiculously awesome. Okay, now this is what I'm gonna change. Usually I run down those bushes and then the suicide puppets spawn in. But one of these bushes are not working. Like that sentry can see me even if I'm in the middle of the bush. That sentry can see me. So I'm not comfortable with that entrance. So we're first going to try an eastern entrance, and then we're going to try a western entrance to make sure it's as smooth as possible. So you just make sure that sentry over there is not looking at you. The sentry in front of me is the only one you have to worry about at the moment. You just make sure that sentry isn't looking at you. Okay, then you run over here. And then you just focus on this sentry. Now, the sentry's path is quite long, so my strategy is running across the road. And when I exit, I'm going to run across the road as well. But coming from the top is also a possibility. But because the bushes are a little bit hit and miss here, I'm thinking like solid cover like this, I feel safer with. You know, that I know he can't see me. Where if you're in a bush, sometimes he can, sometimes he can't, and that's confusing. And I literally just run across the street. And I'm in. Okay. And we're in. I feel that's a lot simpler. And I feel if you're playing with a friend and the friend doesn't know how to deal with sentries, it's better for them as well. You know, that you're not making it uncomfortable for them. Hey, Dreadful. Well, I'm going to be watching while doing dishes. I'm happy I can keep you company while you're doing dishes. I'm gonna take one for my team. My teammates might need military quivers, and military quivers are very expensive at the traders. Not that money's gonna be a problem for us, but in English. Yo, that's loud and long. You've got one target when you come in here, guys. You can loot everything if you want. But when you come in here, you have one location that you're aiming for. And I'll tell you when we get there. Okay? I'll tell you when we get there. I'm just gonna attract all these zombies. I just have to wait for that sentry to get done with his loot. I don't really care about the loot over here. You can get good loot here, but I'm not really bothered by it. I can eat a bunch of painkillers just to know that I'm not going to struggle with painkillers or with pain. There I get a nice and a golden lock. But that guy is gonna complete his route now. Oh, I'm getting Like, just this that we're looting now is already great. But this is not even, we don't even care about this loot. Even if you guys think, yeah, this is nice loot, we don't care about this loot. There we get the pants, you know. I told you guys I'm not worried about it. So there we get the pants. And we get the sporon bag. Now, take note of how many different items you're finding. Instead of going to the sleeping quarters, you know, the bunkers where your soldiers sleep for clothing, instead of going to a dangerous point of interest where everyone goes for military gear, instead of going to across the map for medical gear, you can get everything here, but the value is the big thing. Like, you can make a ton of money here. But let me just show you guys there. Remember, there's 4 lockers. We're not going to open them. But there is 4 lockers there. But I don't want to fill up my hiking backpack right now. I don't want to fill it up right now. This is worth money. Whether you're using it on your base or not, it's worth money. Food. Another lock. Now, this sentry is very easy. Very easy. You wait for him to pass the wall. You can watch him in third person. And then you're just jogging. The distance you're going to have to get used to. Okay, the distance. But with jogging, you can be quite close to him. But you can't shoot now. You can't shoot while you're close to him. I could have killed her with a bow. But I can't shoot her while he's close to me with a shotgun. Because he is going to... He will hear the shotgun. You see? That's the thing. He does hear the shotgun. He won't hear the bow, but he will hear the shotgun. See, now he's red. But he's not posing a threat to me. It's just that he heard me shoot the shotgun. But I don't care. I don't care that he heard me. Okay? I'm just gonna run over here. But I mean, if you use a bow, he's not gonna hear you. And then you're fine. But you just go behind the jet and you're fine. Be careful that sentry doesn't see you. You go through here. There's a ton of loot here. There's a ton of loot over there. Okay, and here comes the difficult part. There's a lot of loot there, guys. You can get, like, a lot of loot there, okay? But that's not what we're focusing on. Now, here comes the difficult part. Now, whether we come through here... Yeah, this thing makes such a lot of noise. Just give me a second. Holy poop. Okay. Whether we got, like, when we came into the tunnel, we saw that hole. Whether you come through the hole, whether you come through here, doesn't matter. But if you want the maximum amount of loot, you have to open that loud door. Because there's a lot of loot there, and there's a lot of loot there. There's loot there. There's a lot of loot in this room. Okay? But here comes the difficult part. Now, what I usually do is, you guys can see the tractor. Okay, to the right of the screen. Can I help you guys here? What can I do here? How can I see everything? Oh man. Okay. I can't, like, you guys see the tractor, you know, down the wall on our left. You see the tractor. There's a pile of sand there. Behind the pile of sand, there's a hiding spot, okay, where you can go and hide from both sentries. But your timing has to be perfect. And that's what I'm struggling. That's what I'm struggling with when I come here with someone else. So I'm gonna try and figure out if there's a better, you know, I'm just gonna see if there's a better, like, yeah. So I usually jog here, but then I have to sprint. Around here I have to sprint. But I can maybe sprint here. Okay, this feels better. This feels better. Oh, that feels a lot better. That feels a lot better. Okay, I'll let him see me, but I mean, I'm safe. I'm safe. Okay, we could have timed it a little bit better that sentry didn't see me, but that's fine. When you come in here with a friend, he can't run behind you. And I'm going to show you the hiding spot. There. Right there. Behind that tractor in the corner over there. If you hide in that corner, that sentry can't see you and that sentry can't see you. And then you've got time to go in here, which is your target. But the route that I took there was already way better, because if you're running to that hiding spot behind the tractor that I just showed you, you're not far enough away from the sentry there at the back, and he can hear you and then he shoots at you. But if you do it like we did it now, it definitely feels a little bit safer. So now you just wait for that sentry to go that way, and you wait for that sentry to go that way, and then you're running here. And you're at the gold mine. Now it starts. Now it starts. I don't know why they're jumping. They're probably just happy to see me. I don't know what's wrong with them. But in any case, this room over here has got... So remember at the start, at the beginning, we had 4 lockers, okay? 4 lockers. Another 3, that is 7. Now with the bow, this will be silent. But again, I'm not spawning a horde. Yes, I woke up all the puppets, but I'm not spawning a horde, so it's fine. So the 4 at the entrance plus these 3 is 7. Plus these 4, 11. 11 military lockers. Even the C2 bunker. I'm not talking about the single lockers. If you just focus the 3 armories at the C2 bunker, you're sitting with a total of 12 lockers, you know? So this place has almost got as much lockers as the C2 bunker. But again, this is not where the loot is. You go down, you go to the opposite side of the lockers. Now, here it comes. Whether the developers hid these loot locations for their friends, I don't know. But now I'm going to show you how I actually don't want anything in my backpack. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Okay, so we are literally empty. We've got no loot. Now, this is not a big place. We're going to loot inside here. And we're going to loot inside here. Did I drop my shotgun ammo? That's not clever. Okay, maybe just keep your ammo with you, Bruce, so you can keep shooting. Okay. Okay, so what we usually do is this. We loot this. Now, okay, and we loot this. And then we loot this. And then we loot this. That's not high value. I don't care about low value items. We loot this. We loot this. We loot this. That's BMG. We loot this. And that. And this. And we're done, right? We're done. We can go to the next room. Nope. Nope. You can't go to the next room because the developers has told their friends they must loot wood. Can you guys see all the loot in the plank? Can you guys see it? See this pellet? You 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 see that pellet, and that pellet? Look at this. Magic. Oh! Oh! Surprise! 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 Look at that. They put a shotgun in the wood, guys. In the wood. Can you believe it? Look at that. Look at those arrows. Goodness gracious. Yeah, and they put some food in there as well. That's great, man. Another lock. Yo. Yes, ammo. Okay, it's just the tops. Just the tops. Just the tops. That's one room. Last time me and Blue came here, we stacked up 8 K6 helmets just from the pellets. The wooden pellets, we stacked 8 K6 helmets. You can get ARs. Like we just got the best shotgun in the game from a piece of wood. Okay? And we're not even done. Here we go. We can only loot this once. We can loot the tops at the top. But look at the loot that you get in the tops. Look at the loot, okay? Look at the loot that you get in military tops. Cool drink, gloves. You know? But now look at the loot in the in this. It's still like this is as good as this, basically. Look at that. Did you guys see where they hit that revolver? Might have been between those two joints in there. I'm not sure where they put it. Look at that. This is a hoarder's dream, man. It's a hoarder's dream. Okay, and remember, you can only loot. Remember, when they give their friends secrets, you have to remember the secret. You can't search all the pellets. Don't go around the world searching all the pellets, guys. They put it here specifically, okay? Because their friends loot here specifically, okay? So remember, only the military tops can you loot this, okay? Only with the military tops. Look at that. Look at that. We don't need to loot the rest of the place. And the rest of the place has got a ton of gear. Ton of gear. We don't have to go anywhere, guys. We don't have to loot another sector. We just loot this place. Look at this. Look at this. SVD. Ammo. Big Gilly! Yo, we're rich. We're rich. Because we now have to walk past 2 sentries. Well, there's another one. We can lock up an entire base if we come here once. And the rest of the community, don't you guys feel sorry for them that they have to run across the map for this loot? I feel really sorry. Yeah? I feel sorry that not everyone knows about this. I wonder why not everyone knows about this. It's a secret. It's a secret. Okay, that's 2 rooms. 2 rooms. 2 rooms in this massive place. I can still loot the rest of this place, guys. All this loot came from that room and that room. I haven't even searched the boxes. How long did this take us, guys? Did anyone run a timer? Was that 8 minutes of my life? Was that 8 minutes of my life? I'm not sure. Damn, I don't have space. This was hard work. You guys tired? Are you guys tired? I feel tired. I feel tired, guys. I feel tired. I really feel tired. No, don't put it in there. That's not gonna work. We have to organize the loot now. This gracious, we got so much loot, we don't know what to do with it. Insane. Hey. Like, how many locks do you guys want on your base? 200? 1,000? How many locks do you guys want on your base? See, nobody needs these amount of locks. But when you play like the people that use the exploits and the crosshairs and the, in my opinion, cheats, then you build those doors on top of one another. You guys have seen it. There's people on the server that build the doors right on top of each other. Like 100 doors on top of each other because they don't want to use night vision. They don't want to experience anything the game has to offer. They want to see at night like it's daytime. They want to use a crosshair so that they're not interested in this. This is for nerds. It's just like aiming down sights is like, guys, they laugh at you. When they shoot you, they when they shoot you, they shoot behind, you know, they shoot you in third person behind their back. Did you guys see how Raker died last night on the Showdown? They just run past you and they like shoot you behind your back. You know, like aiming, too much effort for them. Wearing night vision, they're not interested in that. You know, building a base that actually looks like a base, they're not interested in that. Which tells you why is there a place with so many red golden locks? Because those specific players need this. No normal player needs this amount of locks, but those guys do. Those guys do. So, yeah, I'm giving you guys all the secrets, okay? That's only for the try-hard, you know, the try-hard people. But yeah, this is it, guys. I can't carry all the loot out of here. And that's why I told you guys to, that's why I tried to figure out an easier route. Because when you come in here, it's better if it's 2 or 3 people. And the tryhard players usually come in here with hiking backpacks in their hands because they don't have to have skill. You know, they've got their exploits and their cheats to use. So they walk in here with 2 hiking backpacks and then they empty the place out. But now you guys don't have to run across the entire map and you guys can just activate easy mode. So this is how you make money, guys. Okay, this is how you make money. I think every gold lock is worth 1,000. Then you go to the traders and you buy your quest items, although you can't do it on my service, but we're talking about official vanilla settings. The developer's default setting is that you can buy quest items. Because again, their friends said, we don't like this. We don't want to play a survival game. We want to hip fire people behind our back, activate their video control panel gamma settings. You know, we just want to kill everyone. And then we laugh at them, you know, we laugh at them on stream. So at the end of the day, just loot this, get rich, go to the traders, buy the quest item, sell the, you know, buy the quest item, do the quest, buy the quest item, do the quest, buy the quest item, do the quest. And then that's easy mode. How long did this take? 52 minutes. So yeah, everyone that just wanted to see what I meant by easy mode, I'm done. Anyone else want to enjoy, you know, check out the rest of the journey with me? You're more than welcome to check out the rest of the journey with me. But your biggest struggle is basically the sentries. Yeah? Hey, Super Scroll, welcome. Your biggest struggle is the sentries. But you guys saw what I did. You guys saw what I thought about. If you can fine-tune that, good for you. You know, but the hiding spot is quite important. I'm just going to quickly show you the hiding spot. So you guys know exactly where the hiding spot is. Okay, I'm going to show you guys the hiding spot. But I don't, like, getting to the hiding spot without one of the sentries seeing you is... It's a little bit iffy. It's a little bit iffy. I don't know, maybe if you start with advanced stealth, you can do it. But I never start with advanced stealth. So, yeah. So, this is the spot that I'm talking about. That guy's there. That guy's over there. Okay, and that guy saw me, so cover busted. Okay, cover not busted. Okay, so yeah. Yeah. This is the hiding spot usually. Okay, because in third person, you can see that sentry. And with third person, you can see that sentry. Now we can see that sentry. So this is a safe spot. This is your only safe spot in the middle of these 2 sentries. But how you get past them, you know, that's where things get a little bit tricky. But you guys can use the exact method I used to get past them. I'm just gonna wait for that sentry to walk back. Yeah, I see his lights. Now I'm just focusing on this one. So now I can just jog. And we're home free. Put my weapon away so I can run faster. Careful here. You have to look out for that sentry. Okay, I see his lights, so I'm going to hide behind the jet. Just know that they can't see you through jets, guys. But they can hear the shotgun. If you're too close to them. If you're too close to them, they can hear the shotgun. There's a ton of loot in there. There's a ton of loot in there. There's loot here. There's loot there. There's loot there. You see, I can't be too close to the sentry now. I can't be too close to the sentry. Otherwise, he's going to hear me. There. He hears me. He hears me. He hears me. So is the shotgun nice with the puppets? Yes. It is very nice. But it's just... No. It's just the sentry can hear the shotgun. You know, that's... You know, that... You have to consider that. Where if you're good with the bow, you don't have to consider it. Okay, like he usually walks in a circle like this, so I've got no clue what he's busy doing. Oh, he's okay. Okay, we're in trouble. As soon as you don't know what he's doing, wait for him to do what he's supposed to do, okay? As soon as you're like, okay, bro, that's not, that's not your programmed route. Wait for him to get back to his programmed route. This is his programmed route. His programmed route is to go around this block over here. That's a horde. That's a horde. That's a horde. I just want to kill the suicide puppets! I just want to kill the suicide puppets! Oh my word. Oh my word, I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead. The suicide! The suicide! The suicide! Okay guys, on second thoughts, the shotgun's too slow for this. No, bring a pistol, guys. Stuff that shotgun. Bring a pistol. Bring a SF-19 or a HS-9 or a bow with broadhead carbon arrows. That shotgun's way too slow. Way too slow. You're like, I'm ignoring them. I just want to shoot the suicide puppet, but the thing is too bloody slow, man. Okay, let's try a kamikaze. Let's try a kamikaze move here. Let's try a kamikaze move. Balance yourself. You're gonna dive right into that doorway, bro. You're gonna dive right into that doorway. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Yes, bro, you good. Yeah, you're good, my bro. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. There we go. Okay. Oh my word. Yeah. Okay, watch us fight. Go, watch us fight. I'm gonna beat your husband to a pulp. You can see this. You can see this. Stay right there. Stay right there. You're next, darling. You're next. Let's go, darling. Let's go. I'm gonna give you free plastic surgery. Yeah. Only 20 more to go, guys. Fine, 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 fine. Okay, what can we do here? Okay, it's on like Donkey Kong. It is on. No, man, that's the Viper. No, 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 no. I want the Serpent. No, I want the Serpent. Take your ammo. No, 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 no. Not the Viper. Not the Viper. The Serpent. The Serpent. Ah, man, you can't do that. Dum-dum. Okay, there we go. There we go. Serpent with 3, 5, 7 rounds. They call it Dirty Harry. He did hurt my bag and he broke my ghillie. But it's fine. It's fine. And you know we can search this as well, but this place doesn't have the secret locations, you know? This place doesn't have the secret location. It's only in that room that I showed you guys. There's no standard. It's not a bug. It's intended. It's intended to be a secret for only a few people. But luckily, you know, I've got a community like you guys. And now we know about it. Now we know about the secret as well. Okay, we're gonna throw away stuff that's low value. Okay, 2 bullets isn't high value, but you guys understand what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get rid of low value items. That is low value. Hey, Guik. Overlord, welcome, buddy. That is low value. We don't loot low value items. And it's not high value, but what can we replace it with? Well, we can definitely replace it with the arrows, because we're not going to use the arrows. We're going to use better arrows. Check AK suppressor. AK suppressor, bro. And now that everybody knows about it, yes, Inkrock. Now that a lot more players know about it. At the start, it was only one person who knew about it because he was friends with the right person. But now we all know about it. So they have to create other secrets now. We know their secrets. But yes, guys, you know, I show you guys how to get into that room. Fairly risk-free. You can do exactly what I did, or you can fine-tune how you handle the sentries. But if you don't know how to handle the sentries, you can... Secrets just between you and me. If you don't know how to handle the sentries, just follow what I did, step for step, okay? But for the love of everything that's holy, do not bring the shotgun here, okay? Do not bring the shotgun here. You can use the shotgun in an abandoned bunker. The shotgun is extremely powerful in an abandoned bunker. But a horde cannot spawn in an abandoned bunker. I don't know why a horde cannot spawn in an abandoned bunker, but a horde can spawn in here. You can EMP, yeah, you can EMP the sentry. For some reason, it doesn't work on my servers. Even although I've enabled it, it doesn't work on my servers. I don't know why. Let's EMP this guy. Yeah, it's really strong for abandoned bunkers. Really strong. But if you've got too many targets, it gets a bit bleh. Let's see if this is gonna work. Okay. Aim. Fire! No, it doesn't work! The EMPs don't work anymore. This is official settings. This is the Showdown server. Those EMPs are broken. They are broken. I thought it might be something that I changed on my servers, but no. Those things don't work. No, man, it didn't land far back. It didn't land far back, man. You would say too far back. Okay. Well, we've got a test server for that. We do have a test server for that. Okay, let's go check the test server quickly. Down at the bottom, Black Dog, just rewind the stream, bro. I'll show you where to get to the lockers. Just rewind the stream to where I enter the place. Look where I enter it from. You know, and then you'll get to the lockers. I showed the lockers. I didn't unlock them, but I showed the lockers. Okay, so let's just check this out. Okay? Let's go to the sentries. Copy TP location. We go over here. Control V. Okay. We will find out now if these EMPs work. Hail Mary! Okay, that was they too far away. Hail Mary! Okay, that's too far. Hail Mary! Hail Mary! Hail Mary! Holy poop. Okay. Maybe you have to throw it right into their exhaust pipe. I don't know. Feels like you have to throw it very, very close to them. Very, very, very close to them. Yeah, but I mean the range on a grenade is 30 meters, you know? Like you really have to be pinpoint, but I mean, you can't risk your life on that kind of pinpointing. Look at that. Look how close we get. You see, the only one that deactivates him is the one that's right, you know, like against him. Oh, if you hold it and it explodes in your hand. Okay. Look there! That was right at his feet! That was right at his feet, guys. It's... No, you can't risk your life like that. No way, you can't risk your life like that. I mean, that was right at his feet. Yeah, it's like, no, your throw has to be perfect now. It didn't used to be like this. But your throw has to be perfect now. Okay, so does it work? Yes. Is it nerfed to death? Yes. It's definitely nerfed to death. Let me just hide the information again. Sorry guys, it's the same thing every single time I join the server. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Yeah, like, it's not like you find EMP grenades, you know, every 2 seconds. But to use an EMP grenade like that in a pressure situation. Ah, stuff this. We're being stream sniped. It's fine. If he's waiting for us, it's fine, guys. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, the AO, yeah, the blast radius was a lot bigger of the EMP. So yeah, I'm not using it. I'm not using it anymore. It's a bit of a waste. It's a little bit of a waste. Oh, for vehicles. Okay, yeah. I can see how they nerfed it for vehicles. That makes sense. That makes sense. That does make sense. That makes a lot of sense. No, don't use the weak bullets. I don't want the white ones. I want the 357 ones. It's fine. Now, you guys might think revolvers are slower than pistols. But here's another secret that you might not know. Revolvers don't jam. Unless you put jam in it, exactly. Do you guys see that puppet popping from Mars? She literally fell from the sky. It's aliens. It's alien. It's the alien invasion. My friend almost lost our team pickup yesterday when crossing the Z383 bridge. There was a loading error in texture and the car fell under the bridge. The car started shaking. He logged out and lost track. That has happened to thousands of people, my bro. Thousands of people. But at least you can see it happen. You know, like when you drive, the texture in front of you will look butt ugly. You check. And that's your signal to stop the vehicle. If you can't, if there's no time to stop the vehicle, okay, you lose the vehicle. But as soon as you see butt ugly textures, stay away from it. Stay away from it. He is always running. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's just stretch our legs quickly. This is going to be quite a long run, but my only purpose today is to get a dirt bike and to go make that 480 fame a day, you know, so I don't care about getting killed. So, yeah, I'm just going to get refreshment and stretch my legs. I'll be back right now. Or not a refreshment, I'm actually going to go get a pie because Trinity bought me a pie and I want to eat the pie while it's still medium instead of cold. I'm back, guys. Oh, that was a lovely pie. A lovely pie. Lovely. That was a very, very, very nice pie. Very, very nice. Let's run. Very, 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 very far. And that's why I say when you start out, you want to focus on high tier loot, especially if you don't like running around. Like you guys know, I don't mind running around, yeah. But if you don't like running around, you have to focus on high tier loot to build up your bank account, and then you have to focus on the quests so that you can get to tier 2 and tier 3 quests and not worry about fame anymore. And so that you can buy a bike if you want, or you can buy a Golf or a Leica or a Ranger or whatever you want to, whatever you want to drive, you can drive it. But that's my biggest tip for 1.0. When all the servers are freshly, when all the servers get fully wiped. Focus on high tier loot, focus on the quests, and the rest of your life in Scum will be 100 times easier. And once you know how to loot effectively, and once you know how to gain fame effectively, you don't care how many times you get killed or raided. Because you have built up your bank account to a place where they can steal all your vehicles and you can just go back to the trader and get another vehicle. They can kill you multiple times. You're at tier 3 quests and you can get back to the fame again. But to make sure they don't raid you 10 times a day, maybe upgrade your walls and put these things, put these things on it. If you like no loot on my server, there's AI robots that goes through a gold lock like it's candy cane. Okay. Then watch my guides, learn how to do abandoned bunkers, get a bunch of dialogues, and waste their time. And put a BCU lock on. Put a BCU lock on. Then they have to, then they either have to kill you, or they have to get 3 EMP grenades, or they have to blow in. So put a BCU lock on the outside door, and then irritate the poop out of them with 500 dialogues. How long do you guys, if you had to guess, if you have to estimate, how long will it take to do 500 combinations on a dialogue? A dialogue has 1,000 combinations, but on average, you'll be wrong 50% of the time and you'll be right 50% of the time. On average, if you're not using cheats. Yeah. So time-wise, how long do you guys think it takes to go through 500 combinations? 10 minutes. That's a very good estimate there, Ethan. 20 minutes, yeah, 10 to 20 minutes. But let's just say you're very fast and you use a script. You're not allowed to use scripts on my servers. I'm just saying, if you're playing on servers with tryout players like on this server, okay, that use scripts, or macros. They use macros so that they don't have to do it. The keyboard does it, or their scripts or their cheats do it, or whatever, man. You guys know what I mean. Some people use stuff that, because they don't want to play a survival game. But in any case, a normal person will take 10 minutes if it's very fast, okay? So you can put 3 dialogues on the front door, and I think you should have at least 3 walls. You don't have to have 3 walls, but I'd say at least 3 outer walls, so that even if they get explosives, they can't get into your base every day. But yeah, so a door is a half an hour. 1 door is an half an hour. How do you stop people from raiding you every day? Give them multiple doors to go through to get to your loot and to your vehicle. You don't want them to destroy your vehicle every day. You don't want them to take all your gear every day, okay? Because you don't want to run around naked every day. So give them multiple doors, minimum 5 doors to get to the stuff that they're aiming for. That means you're wasting 30 minutes on a door. That means you're wasting 3 hours of their time. And hopefully they go crazy and they stop doing what they're doing. Keep everything tweaked. With the planes, I don't know if everyone's going to fall for that. Black Dog, you might think tweak is a good idea, buddy, but it's probably because... What service do you play on Black Dog? Hey, Brett, welcome, bud. Yeah, because you're playing on my servers, you don't have people that are targeting Twig bases. But on most of the servers, the raiders usually go for the easiest bases. Because they don't want to farm 10 C4s and 30 TNT to get into a base. So Twig bases are always the easiest target, whether there's loot inside or not. Just the act of raiding and hurting the player, is a standard on other servers. So, yeah, I think everyone must upgrade to concrete. Doesn't matter how long it takes them. And hopefully after 1.0, we never have a forced wipe again. Yeah, hopefully. After 1.0, we don't have a forced wipe again. I think everyone would like a time where they can just relax, and know that nothing's going to happen to their base. I don't think you can let a server run forever. That will become boring as well. But I don't know, once a year maybe, maybe once a year. I don't know. But when 1.0 comes out, I'll know pretty soon. Because day one, hey guys, if you guys want to see the best guides you've ever seen in your life, watch my 1.0 guides. Because I'm going to be like a scientist with my schedule every day. I'm going to spend a certain amount of time on wire cutting to level up my demolition, certain amount of time on lockpicking. I'm going to give every single skill that I want my character to learn a specific amount of minutes every single day until I've got an 8555 character with every single skill to advanced plus with a massive concrete base. And then I'll tell you guys how long it takes to, do everything that you can do in the game. And then I'll have a rough idea of if, the community would like you to wipe the server at some point because it's getting boring. Then I'd have a rough estimate of how long it will take a person, you know, to like do everything there is to do in the game and create the ultimate character. But yeah, if you guys see my schedule that I'm planning for 1.0, you'll think I'm going nuts. But that's the thing, if you don't touch everything, you usually just focus on a few things. So you guys know I like challenges. Yeah? So that's a personal challenge for me when 1.0 comes out. And hopefully, I mean, if 1.0 comes out in July, hopefully next year, July, I'll be not average at all the skills. I'll be good at all the skills. Like my target is to be good at lockpicking. You know, good at wire cutting, just good at everything. Just, if you don't want to call it good, just above average. You know, I know lockpicking is one of my weaknesses. I know I've never created an 855 character. I've come close. I think it was 7.3 555. I've never, you know, made a character that has all, you know, or leveled up a character till every single skill is that advanced plus. You know, I've never completed all my testing. And I'm going to do that when 1.0 comes out. And I mean, there are people in my community that knows how to go into single player and edit the files, you know, to have an 8555 character. But yeah, I'm not. If I ever get there, you know, I want to get there, not type in a few numbers and be there. Way above average already. It depends on what lockpickers you're comparing it to. Black Dog. I feel Fab and Killer Mike and Motex. You know, you guys remember Motex? Like people like I don't care about the guys that open up golds in 1 or 2 tries all the time. Okay, they're using strips. I don't care about the tryhard players that, you know, their life revolves around looking good and looking down on other people. But like Fab and Killer Mike and Motex, I feel they are on a 9. I don't think they think they're on a 10 out of 10, but I feel like they're on a 8 or a 9 out of 10 when it comes to the lockpicking skill. And I feel I'm on like a 4. Because sometimes I struggle with bronze locks. You can't say you're above average, but you struggle with a bronze lock. You check. If you say you're above average, you never struggle with a bronze lock. You know, you're all right with a silver lock, but then you struggle with gold locks. But to say you're good, you're not supposed to struggle with any lock. I'm not saying you're going to open a gold lock every single time. I'm saying, you know, the only reason that you can't open the gold is because you can't find the sweet spot very quickly. You know? That's the difference between a good lockpicker and a average lockpicker. He only fails because he can't find the sweet spot quick enough. Where an average lockpicker fails even if he does find the sweet spot very fast. He can still fail. Way above average. Yeah, if you take you know, new players and casual players, I will look above average. But if you just look at Fab and Mike and Motex and other good lockpickers, I will look way below average. So we can at least say average. You know, if you take the worst lock pickers and the best lock pickers are probably in the middle. But that is practice. That's the amount of time I've put into lock picking. Why am I above average with wire cutting? Because for 3 months, I did level up my demolition skill on the practice bomb for 15 minutes every single day. Every single day, I put 15 minutes into wire cutting. And that's why I'm above average with wire cutting. But I've never in my life, you guys know I lose my poop when I'm on that lock picking board, you know? That lock picking board drives me crazy. So I've never spent 15 minutes a day on lock picking. Six use yellow. That's a little bit unlucky, buddy. That's a little bit unlucky. Legit, one time I opened it by pure luck on the first lockpick and there was tears in there. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I think it was Fab. I think it was Fab that said it. Or Motex, I can't remember. But when they look at other people lockpicking, they know that feathering is the secret to being good at lockpicking. You know, not pressing that F key too much or not holding in the F key. But they know there's an art to feathering. So when they see me lockpicking, it doesn't look like lockpicking. They must call it luck picking. You know, instead of lock, you just put a U where the O is, then it's luck picking. Because and whenever I lockpick, I tell you guys, hopefully I get lucky. You check, well, just give me a little bit of luck over here. You know, so then you luck pick instead of lock pick. Mad lad confirmed. Definitely, definitely. Eat and drink. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, chat, but if any of you think I'm going crazy, I'm going to tell you a secret. I've never been right in the head. You know, I don't want to talk about other people. I don't want to get angry. I'd like the developers to like me. I don't want to be so honest. I don't want to rub people the wrong way. But I can't help myself. It's just like, you know, sometimes I say stuff on stream and then when I go to bed, I'm like, come on, man, you shouldn't have said that. But I don't know. I can't help it. So yeah, there's something, there's a few screws loose and I can't tighten them up. But one thing you guys never have to doubt is I'm brutally honest. Brutally honest. I don't know, Black Dog. I don't know. My partner doesn't like it. Blue definitely doesn't like it. So yeah, it's not a good quality. But yeah, I'm struggling with it. No, I'm not scared. You know, I've told you guys, I don't care if you're the president of the United States. You know, in my eyes, you're a human, just like I'm a human. Like, no one's gonna tell me, you know, they're more important than me on any planet, because in my eyes, God didn't create rejects or unimportant people. God created everyone equally for a very important purpose. I know I've got an extremely important purpose. I'm just looking for it. There's something, I have to do something great with my life. And I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm pursuing it. And that's why I rub people the wrong way, because they feel their title or their skill or something about them. Like when you work for your boss, you know, like your boss. Your boss is your boss, but still, your boss isn't more important than you are. You check. So, you know, when you talk to certain people, they feel they're more important. Have you guys ever spoken to a person? Or have you guys ever had a person that talks to you about what's important to them? And then when when you talk to them, they're not interested. They seem, you know, they look like what you say doesn't really matter. Or they walk away, you know, like they talk to you for like 2 minutes at a party. And when you start talking, they just walk away from you. Now, a guy did that once to me in a club. And, yeah, I told him to step outside because he's not going to disrespect me like that. But still, there are people like a doctor or, you know, whatever. They've got a title and they're like, what you say is not important, what I say is important. No. That's why I rub people the wrong way, because I put everyone on a level playing field, you know? And then they're like, how dare you say that to me? Are you made of gold? You know? Like, what's so special about you? Yeah. Exactly, Black Dog, exactly. So my biggest struggle is, I'd say my biggest struggle in life is, like, you guys don't know what my life was like from birth to, you know, like, you guys don't need to hear my soppy story or the hard life that I had, you know. But because a lot of people hurt me when I was young and I saw the evil side of the world, as soon as I was a man and I was strong and I could defend myself and I can stand up for other people, like, I beat up every single bully at all 14 schools I went to. Because my stepbrothers beat me up. But I couldn't beat them up because my stepbrothers were twice my size. But when I saw a bully in school, I stuffed them up, not to humiliate them, just to, like, every time I stuffed up a bully, I was like, now you know what it feels like, you know? Because now he's scared of me. But then I'm like, you don't have to be scared of me. Just be nice, you know? The reason you're a bully is because of something that happened in your life. And you think people see you in a certain way, and now you want to hurt them because you think nobody likes you. The reason they don't like you is because of the way you act, you know? So just treat people with kindness. And then by the time I leave the school, that guy's liked by everyone. And that guy is going to beat up the next bully that enters the school. So yeah, I think like, let me get back to my point. I think the reason I don't keep quiet, the reason I say the first thing that comes into my head, is because people that hurt me when I was young put me in a cage, or made me feel I couldn't say what I wanted to say, or I couldn't do what I wanted to do. They basically mind effed me. That's what I call it. They mind effed me, or they controlled me, or whatever the case may be. So as soon as I grew up, I was just like, nobody's ever controlling me ever again. So when people do something that I feel is wrong, I have to talk about it. But I don't, the people around me don't like it. So, yeah, they call it my temper. They call it my temper. My gasket, whatever. And I don't disagree with him. I can be better. I can always be better. But I'm struggling. I'm struggling with it. So, bullies is the only bullying I can agree with. So, true, Luth, these bully people are normally dealing with their own traumas and issues. So they can be victims in their own way. Creating more victims but acting against others is no excuse. Yeah. My dad always used to say, anyone who thinks their shit didn't stink like the rest of us. Yeah. I've heard that. I've heard that, Marathon Man. Find something to drink. There must be a river here somewhere. We are running towards the snow, so that's good. Luckily, you don't lose anything. Like you do, you do have a temporary penalty to you, but you don't do any long-term damage to yourself when you have a water deficiency. When you have energy deficiency, and you've got zero protein, then you're hurting yourself in the long run because you're losing strength. So I don't really worry when I'm on zero water, but it's not good being on zero energy because you're just gonna, you're basically crippling yourself to get to a high strength level. It's just going to take you so much longer if you don't care about that. But water is always just a short term, effect that doesn't affect you in the long run. In this game, at least. Phew. If you push it too far, it will cripple you. If you've got a water and an energy deficiency, it will. Like, look there, it's affecting my strength, my constitution, my dexterity, my health, and my stamina. So yes, you can die from it, but I'm just saying, as you don't have to stress when you've just hit zero. I think in Scum as well. Isn't Coke a good way to get carbs? Yes. Yes, but you're gonna you're gonna have red things here. If you drink a lot of Coke, like in life, you're gonna have red. You know, you're gonna have too much sugar in your system, which even the game tells you is bad. Other people will tell you sugar is bad as well because, yeah, we all know cancer exists and we all know what cancer feeds on. The fact that you go to bed at night and reflect on how you treated people throughout the day speaks volumes about your character. So many people don't care enough to do that. But thanks, Owl. Yeah, there's a lot, like I always tell you guys, there's like in my community, there are people way better than me, like way more caring than me, way more unselfish than me. I won't say I'm a selfish person, but I've interacted with people that I strive to be like, you know, their kind-heartedness, you know, touches me. It touches me. So yeah, I must stop letting, you know, the selfish, egotistical side of the world bother me because I can't do anything about it. You know, I can't stop people from using crosshairs. I can't stop people from using gamma settings. I can't stop people from cheating. I can't stop people from being unprofessional. You know, I can't stop people from ignoring the community. So I'm going to just focus on my community and focus on those people in my community that inspire me and forget about the other people that stress me out. Because it doesn't matter how much I talk about them or how much I try and help them. Well, if they don't want to change, they don't want to change. And they're probably not going to change. Yeah, I know. I've been there big time, can relate. Things are much better now, but it's a journey. It's definitely a journey, but it's definitely a journey. And it's not like I've been struggling with this since yesterday. Like my partner, when me and my partner was in a club and a guy did something that she knew was unacceptable to me, and she saw me reacting, she would just take the car, she would drive away. She would leave me there. And I would fight whoever I wanted to fight, or I would, you know, discipline whoever I wanted to discipline. And then I would call my friends to come pick me up. So it's not like I've been struggling with this since, you know, since yesterday. I've been struggling with this for like 24 years. So yeah, it is a long battle. But we've all got our own battles. Each and every one of us have got our own battles. But it's important to admit to it. It's important to know that it's wrong. If it's affecting people around you in a negative way, stop making excuses. You check. 45, man. Mum, 45. I went in therapy for this and it helped me a lot. Should have done it years ago. Boxing is always good if you feel you need to put aggression somewhere. I had a boxing bag when I was young. That helped me a lot. And when I was young, I did judo. And I did martial arts and like I was very active when I was young. So I had more control of myself. It's just the older I get. I don't know. But yeah, the thing for me is it's affected my son negatively. It's affected me and my son's relationship. You know, it's affecting my partner. It's affecting the people around me. So it doesn't matter it doesn't matter whether you're right or wrong. It doesn't matter if you're fighting the good fight. You're not supposed to, like, the people that you are talking about or the people that you're thinking about has a negative impact on you. You know, and that's what makes you angry. But or, you know, like they have a negative effect on the community or they have a negative effect on Scum or whatever the case be. I don't care. But as soon as you are having a negative effect on people that you love, then you must make a plan and stop telling yourself, no, it's part of my personality, or I don't take shit from nobody, or whatever, whatever crap you can think about. Just understand you are affecting the people that you love in a negative way. They are telling you you're affecting them in a negative way, and you must make a freaking plan. That's it. We have anger comes from fear. I don't know, Scorpio. I don't know. I've heard that, but I don't know. We affect everyone in our lives in good and bad ways. Just make sure it's more good than bad. Otherwise, we need to look at our own behavior. Yeah? Rock solid advice coming from the Luthais today. Thanks, Black Dog. Meditation. Joined for guide, stayed for the solid life advice. Need to really listen. Don't let anyone stand above you, and don't stand above anyone. Don't focus only on yourself. We are not alone. There is no right or wrong. We are the ones who put the labels on good and bad. Okay, what did you say in the beginning? Don't let anyone stand above you. I agree. And don't stand above anyone. I agree. Don't focus only on yourself. I agree. We are not alone. I agree. There is no right or wrong. I don't agree. I don't agree with that. There's definitely a right and wrong. I find fishing helps me. Seriously, it's like meditation, out in nature and connecting with hardwired, positive, healthy instincts. Oh, and I agree with you completely there, bro. I was very active when I was younger, extremely active. But now doing this, I'm not doing what my adventurous heart wants to do, or I'm not getting time to do what my adventurous heart wants to do, not that I'm suffering playing Scum, it's just I climbed trees when I was young. I'm a very adventurous person, so I need to get out. I need to get out of the house. I need to exercise more. I need to socialize with people that I care about more. I need to do things that makes me feel good, instead of other things that drains me or makes me talk about things I don't want to talk about. Try put yourself in places where your distant ancestors wouldn't completely free. Yeah. Like a mountain. I want to climb a mountain, man. There's a lot of things I want to do. But yeah, I just have to schedule my day better. And exercise. I haven't seriously exercised for more than 5 years. I feel exercise and your diet, like I'm not eating very healthily at the moment. So yeah, I think diet and exercise will help a lot. And I'm not getting a lot of sleep, Sleep is also extremely important. So yeah, few basic things that you have to take care of. Luthais, love overcomes all things, and God is love. Spend more time with Him, and He is always will become your ways, and His thoughts will become your thoughts. Amen, brother. Amen. I agree with you. Dirt bikes are good as well. And I'm almost 50. Dirt bikes. Yeah, my brother is that kind of hobby. You know, he likes hobbies like dirt bikes, and he likes thrill hobbies like dirt bikes, super bikes, you know, windsurfing, paragliding, you know, stuff like that. Well, Luth, it sounds you very much know what you need to do and what you say you need to do. It sounds very positive. Yes, Owen, but that's why my favorite verse in the Bible is, I do what I do not want to do, but what I want to do, I cannot do. That's my favorite verse in the Bible. You know, where one of God's people says, I do what I do not want to do, but what I want to do, I can, you know, I do not do. Like we've all been there. We've all been there where you want to do something like the New Year's resolutions. Everyone makes New Year's resolutions, but how many of us stick to it? We know exactly what will fix our life. We know exactly what we have to do. We just don't do it. I don't know why.
Hello.
Hey, V1, what's up, buddy?
I just logged in.
Okay. Don't give any secrets away on stream.
Only if we had any.
I just showed them how broken the D4 bunker is, or the D4 airfield.
I have a feeling that they increased the loot multiplier.
No, the pallets that you can search, that, you know, that's not a mistake. That's on purpose. Because they made a mistake. If they made a mistake with the pellets, then all the pellets would work like that.
That was for a long time already.
Yeah, but it can't be a mistake, buddy. You check. Like, how do you make a mistake like that? Giving each and every individual little block of pellets, turning it into a military top.
Quite easy.
Oh, you're a programmer. Now tell us how you make that mistake. You put a spawner in the military top. I know what a spawner looks like. So every military top has got a spawner. But when the guy that adds the spawners to the assets, how doesn't he see the 6 spawners on the wooden crates?
It's very easy. You just copy paste and don't pay attention. Those mistakes are very easy to make.
I just feel it's very difficult if you know this pellet only has to have, and those pellets only, okay, no, those pellets have 3 spawners because you can loot all 3 military tops. Yeah, I just find it weird that you know this must have 3 spawners, but you see 6 underneath them. You check, oh, now there's 9 spawners, and yes, you can miss it. I'm just like, I don't know. Seems a bit too much of a mistake or concentration gap.
Yeah, but the overall quality of the game is getting worse and worse. So I'm not surprised.
Why aren't you surprised?
Well, because they are not fixing any bugs that have been already for a long time that are kinda game breaking.
Yeah.
So if they are not fixing those critical bugs and not pushing those fixes to production, so it's not a big surprise that they are making stuff like that with the D4 airfield.
What? Like, you're a programmer. You don't have to talk negatively about the developers, but just from a programmer's perspective, where are you going wrong? Because you've got a beautiful game here. Where are you going wrong? What is causing the ship to sink? I'm not saying the ship is going to sink. I'm just saying if we carry on like this, the ship could sink, you know? But, yeah, what is causing it?
It's a lot of issues starting from the management
Mm.
and like not very strong management, poor product owner,
Okay.
like very poor description of the tasks,
Yeah.
lack of quality control, and desire to make money, like sacrificing the quality, all those things.
Mm. My biggest gripe, or my biggest where my anger comes from, is that I feel the biggest reason for me losing my poop is I'm like, how does the entire community knows what is the biggest problems? Why do I have to make the videos that I make? You check. Like if this was my game, how can one of my players know more than me? Like if I make a car, how does the guy driving my car know more about every single detail of the car than me? And how does the driver know why my car's not being sold to everyone, but I don't? That blows my mind.
Yeah, I think it also like a lack of communication between game developers and players. It also plays a huge role in that.
Like if I had to do your kitchen, and then at the end you tell me exactly why my kitchen is shit, I'm gonna have to make a plan. Again, guys, disclaimer: I'm not saying Scum is shit. I'm just saying if I put in V1's kitchen and I'm a cabinet maker, and he tells me what I did wrong, as a normal human being who hasn't been doing cabinets his entire life, I've got some serious self-reflecting to do, because this is all I've been doing my entire life, you know. And then V1, that's a programmer, tells me this is not right, this is not right, this is not right, this is not right. You see, I'm like I have to make a plan.
Yeah, but you also have to understand that most of the developers are making the game not because they have a passion for it, but because they are getting paid for it. And if management is happy how the things are, and nothing we as a community can do but only vote with our wallets and giving negative reviews.
And the 0.8 felt to me like I put in your kitchen, like
Welcome to the most
I don't know how to compare it. I put your kitchen in for you, but then I tell you in a year I'm gonna put like I'm gonna put in light switches, you know, to make it better. I'm gonna put something fancy in that I'm working on, but I'm gonna put it in your cabinets a year later. That's what 0.8 felt to me like when they removed all the cars and they gave us one broken one. It feels like I go back to your house where you're waiting for those cool lights in your kitchen and I rip the doors off. And you're like, where's this fancy lights you promised me? I'm like, no, you're going to just sit with the fucking half a kitchen now. And you're like, really? Yeah, that's how it is. And the lights, no, they're coming. I'm just removing the half of the kitchen so long.
Yeah. Well, they really have to put a lot of effort in upcoming update.
But in any case, we're all just looking for fulfillment and happiness at the end of the day. It's amazing how often we forget that when we focus on ourselves, we don't feel fulfilled. We focus on the wrong things. Yes, couldn't agree with you more, Hal. Fulfillment results from not being selfish. It's a constant struggle with our human nature to remember this. Yes. It's not natural to... it's easier to just think about yourself instead of to think about everyone else. But in the long run, it's way more fulfilling and rewarding. And it gives your life more purpose when you think of others and you help others. It's like serving a burger with shit as patty. The reworks provided are no more poop patty, but now we use the poop for buns. It's still poop. Okay, Smoked. I think I can read between the poop lines. Yep, every job because just a job. A day at the office. Mom, I never understood that. I've done sales. I've done retail. I've done factory. I worked in a factory. I had 3 of my own businesses. I've never understood that mentality. Like, I've spoken to people that I know that aren't going anywhere in life. And then they tell me how crap their jobs are. And then I'm just like, what are you doing to change it? And they're like, nothing. I'm just going to work, doing my crap job and then going home. I'm like, are you trying to help the manager? If the manager ever leaves or he has to, he gets a position, where he can let someone have more responsibility and get paid more. Are you trying to be that guy? And they all answer, like every person I've had this discussion with tells me the same thing. No, F the boss. You check, like just F everything. And I'm just like, but if your attitude is if your attitude is F everyone, and F the boss and F the company and F this and F that, how do you expect to receive? If you're not willing to give without expecting anything in return, how do you expect to receive something without giving anything in return? And how are you going to get the managerial position if you are the same as everyone else? If you don't stand out, how? Like I've had my own companies. How am I supposed to pick who's going to be the guy under me that takes responsibility off me if all my guys do the minimum all day long? How am I supposed to distinguish between them? But that's the attitudes that some people have. And I'm just like, I don't know. I've always outperformed everyone, in every job that I had. And that's why I created my own company, because at some point I didn't like the boss, and I thought the boss was, not a good human being. And then I'm just like, okay, I just work for myself and then I don't have to worry about the boss anymore. Why have I got my own servers? Because I like play games and I played on servers, and I told myself, I don't like the server owner, or I don't like official servers. What's the solution? I create my own servers. I create my own community. I give people what I'm looking for, because I'm sure I'm not the only one that is unhappy with something. So I create it. And that's where my favorite saying comes. If you're looking for the person that is effing up your life, just go to the mirror, guys. It's not far away. Just go to the mirror. Deep thoughts, my Luth. Thank you very much, Mum, and thank you for the donation. I really, really appreciate it. Let's get a lot of Canberra love in the chat, guys. Let's play some Scum.
I have another good saying.
Okay.
If you do something, do it well.
Mm-hmm. If you do something, you do it well.
Yeah, do it well. Yeah.
Oh, if you do something, then do it well. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Welcome, stranger. That thing registered? Kidding. Nobody cares.
Okay, we're on 5 grand now. Let's see how much money these locks bring.
Well, this should be around 1,000, I think.
Yeah. I lost count while I was looting.
Welcome, welcome. Here's what I got.
Depending on the durability, it's about 600 or 95%. So I'd say value max 650. I also thought it was close to 1,000. But I mean, you have to compare it to what else you get in there versus size. You know, inventory size and weight. You have to compare the pricing. Like 3 guns is great, but I mean, they're not worth a ton if you sell it. Depending on what gun you get. If you get 3 AIM-82 is great, brother. But if you get an ASVAL and another piece of poop that fills up your backpack, you're not going to get rich.
Yeah, and you can get a lot of gold locks from single run.
The Showdown server, Mum, the competition server that we're running the competition on.
Let's see what you have.
7,500 just on the gold locks that we got. That's 50 gold locks. How many? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 gold locks. Not shabby, Nines. Not shabby. Oh, let me show you guys how easy quests are on official settings. I don't call them quests. I call them forex exchange. It's like trading on the stock market. I don't know why they call it a quest. There's nothing I have to do.
Wait, you can buy items that you need for quests?
Yes.
Oh.
After you've accepted the quest. But
Yeah,
I've
okay.
seen the settings. They made that the default setting that you can buy quest items.
Yeah, I think they changed that after they...
After people complained, yes.
Yeah.
And now people are becoming millionaires.
That is what I
And they
got.
wonder, why are people millionaires within a month? I don't know, because they can just repeat. Your quest is literally giving them more. Some of your quests are literally giving them more money, than the item costs. Do you know you've got players that will exploit that?
Yeah, they need to fix a lot of things for the release.
Paint can, I'm gonna get $1,600.
That's disappointing.
Okay, how much is a
Hope you
paint can?
change your mind.
I'm gonna get $1,600. Okay, let's just first see how many paint cans we have to get.
Could you help me with these?
I think it was 3.
3. So we have to buy 3 paint cans for $5.85, and we get $1,600, 10 fame, and a discount on soap. That's also a quest item. That's working out perfectly. Yeah. Okay. Like I tell you guys, I'm struggling with my thoughts. But in any case, let's do this.
Here's what I got. Thank you very much. Let me give you something.
I'm tired. That quest was hectic. Did you guys see me run across the map to find those paint cans? I'm tired.
Help me with these?
I have to take a break. Okay, 680, that's not worth it. So yeah, you can start abusing it majorly from tier 2 and tier 3, guys. You can't really abuse it at tier 1, but tier 2 and tier 3 it becomes hectic. Well, I'm just focusing on fame, so I don't really care about whether I'm making money or not making money. That's sexy shorts.
I would be really grateful if you could do it with haste. Here's what I got.
Sexy. Okay, maybe not caps lock. Yeah, how about just shorts? 150. Oh, that's profit as well.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Let me give you something for your troubles.
Glue, why not? I think we're gonna lose money on the glue, if I'm right. Yeah, 5 glue, we're probably gonna
Here's
lose
what I
money on
got.
that. Yeah, but not a lot. Almost the 1 for 1.
Thank you very much. Bye.
It's not broken, Black Dog. Like we once said, it's just some managerial issues. That's all.
Guns come unloaded. Security reasons. Obviously. Looking for work? Here is what I got for you.
Yeah, it is basically free money. Difficult to make money at the armor. Like, you're gonna lose. Again, the tier 2 and tier 3, you're just gonna make more and more and more money. But yeah, you're gonna lose money if you if you do armor, if you buy armor items, you're just doing it for the fame, which is not really worth it, because it's like, I know it's gonna cost me way more than $1,350 to buy 3 boxes of .38 ammo. And why am I losing money? For 5 fame? No, I'm not gonna lose money for 5 fame.
The sooner you get this done, the better.
But like I
Come
say,
in.
the tier
I'll have
2
a
and
look.
tier 3,
We
yeah,
could really
then
use your
the
help
fame
with
and the
these.
money is worth it. You're getting a lot of money, from it, and you're getting a lot of fame from it. Okay, so that's
There are
potassium
lives
blister.
at stake here.
These blisters are quite expensive. 600. It's not a major loss. Not a major loss. At the
Remember to
freaking
keep hydrated.
antibiotic blister, $3,000.
We
Forget
could
it.
really use your help
Forget
with
it.
these.
Forget it. How much are the
There are
masks?
lives at stake here. Go ahead. You'll need these sooner or later.
Oh, yeah, that's clear profit. That's clear profit. Easy money.
Remember to keep hydrated. We could really use your help with these.
Take the shirt and pants. Let's just first see how much the shirt and pants
We could
gives
really
us.
use your help with these.
Giving us $700.
Never mind about the expiration date. Those are fake anyway.
Oh yeah. No. Okay. No, that's clean profit as well. Yeah, nice profit.
I'll be here when you need me.
What? What are we missing? Oh, I haven't taken it. Never mind.
We could really use your help with these.
Okay.
I'm
Welcome, stranger. Need this done.
Car
Take it or
battery
leave it.
cable. Okay, let's accept that. I mean, how much can a car battery cable be? Let's be serious.
Prices are not negotiable.
That's $100, bro.
Great. Take your reward and go.
Oil filter. I might lose a little bit here.
Prices are not negotiable.
That's why I say it's like a stock exchange, you know? You're trying to get good. You're trying to get good deals. Looking for a good trade. Oh, apparently it's not expensive.
Great. Take your reward and go.
I'm never looking for a air filter or oil filter again for a suppressor, I can tell you that. I'm just buying one. $700.
Stop wasting my prices are not negotiable.
Oh, that's profit as well.
Need this done. Take it or leave it.
How you gotta be shitting me, bro. All good stuff, my man. We appreciate your streams, Luth. Right there, guys. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Right there. I told you guys there's people in my community that are they're way more just good than me. And they're hell showing you guys. I don't even care if Hal has money. Because all I'm thinking about is, here comes the selfish part. Like, even if you think, you know, $200 is not going to hurt Hal. Think to yourself, what can you do with $200? You can take out your family. Start thinking. You're going to get 1,000 things that you can do with $1,000 that's going to help you. And then you've got Hal over here that does that. Out of the 1,000 ideas, he chooses that idea. That's why I'm saying people like that inspire me. Thank you, Hal. I've got no words, buddy. I've got no words. But thank you very much, my man. Yeah. People like Hal and many other people that have helped me in my community, they don't make me feel like a hero. They don't make me feel like a good guy. They make me feel like I've got a lot to learn about life. I've got a lot of growing to do to get to that place. But in any case, Hal, thank you, my man. I'm speechless, but thank you very much. So let's get a lot of love in the chat, guys. It's not going to cost you a lot to press a few buttons. You know, some people struggle to click the like button for someone else. So clearly we can all grow as people, since the effort of moving your mouse and clicking your left mouse button is sometimes too much to do for another person, which I'm not crucifying you guys. I'm there as well. I don't click the like button on every video I watch. The only time I click the like button is if I'm like, that was awesome, baby. And then I click the like button. You see? So I know exactly, we all struggle with that. But again, it doesn't cost us a thing. We can change the way we think about it. We are watching something that is entertaining, even if it's not fantastic. We were interested enough to click the video, and we didn't click off the video immediately. So it's giving us some kind of entertainment value. The least we can do is go click that, go click the like button for that guy that spent an amount of time on the video That's the least we can do. You check, so we can all be better. We can all be better, guys. We can all be better. But like I tell you guys, in this community, they are good people. And I don't compare myself with them. They are better people than me. And I'm not shy in saying it. I'll say it like it is. I always say it like it is. But thank you for proving my point, Al. Thank you for being a great example about what we were speaking about today.
Stop wasting my time. Prices are not negotiable.
Whoa, that's a bad trade, Gus. If you do trades like that all the time, you'll go bankrupt. That's not going to work. Okay, we're struggling to get a good trade now. I think it's time to pull out of the stock market.
Take it or leave.
Oh, we're in. The bear market's over. It's going, no, the bear is going goes down, the bull goes up. Yeah, the market's turning into a bear market. It's time to go home. Time to close the laptop. Not been playing for a while, but looking at Luth on Avenger Stream. Looking on Luth on Avenger Stream. Okay. Is Avenger Stream? Carjack's too expensive. Did we do the small gasoline canister? There we go. We've been standing with a small gasoline canister in our hand and we forgot about it. And you guys think I'm lying when I'm talking about a goldfish memory. We just bought the small gasoline canister and we forgot. Of all the things I miss my mind the most.
Welcome, welcome. Feel free to browse.
Oh, the stock market closed, guys. And we can't drive to the other stock market. we don't want to run to the other stock market. That's a long way. But we can look out. We can look at what our target is. Not on him when he streams. Okay.
No loitering. You either buy or get lost.
I want the broom broom. I want the broom broom. 170. That's not far away. That's not far away. That's not far away. He can kill you.
Me?
Yeah.
You can try.
No, but I don't want to kill you if you don't have enough fame.
I have 37 fame, so
37 divided by 2 is 17. No, you're not worth it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Where's that freaking Dr. Grant?
I met him at the D4 airfield tonight.
Who's got a lot of fame? Who's got a lot of fame? Omega, Yoda, Uzi. Raker's got a lot of fame. Okay. We've got a few choices here, guys. We can't kill ourselves. We have to kill one of these guys. And then we can buy a bike. Why are you killing me? I'm tired of running, alright?
What's up? If you're trying to rob the place, I guarantee you, I'm well armed.
No, you're not. No, you're not taking my suppressor. No, because I need the suppressor for the abandoned bunker. But other than that, I'm never using you again. I'm never using you again.
That thing registered? Kidding. No.
Okay,
guns
give
come
me the
unloaded.
dirty arrow ammo.
Security reasons.
Give me the dirty arrow
Obviously.
ammo. Give it. Armor piercing. Liar, liar, pants on fire. That thing doesn't pierce anything. Except my top gasket. Blows my top gasket. And I pay double for something that is not different. Feels like someone is taking me for a fool. Where's my gun? There it is. Okay, guys, this game is called Find Someone. What have we got to lose? We're only going to lose what it took us 10 minutes to find. So, yeah. I think the risk versus the reward is at a good level. What have you got to lose? Loot half your fame while you're trying to buy a bike. Okay. I see what you mean. Geez, guys, sometimes I've got a split personality. Okay, the one guy's talking to the other guy. Yeah, if I get killed, then it's going to take me longer to buy the bike. And since I've only got a revolver, my possibility of winning the fight is quite low. Okay, I'm going to drink some water. Get some boots. Okay, I'll get some boots, buddy. I'll get some boots. I'm going to look cool in plus minus 30 minutes. Okay? I'll be fully geared in plus minus 30 minutes. Yeah, I've still got a lot of poop. Yeah. Yo, I've still got a lot of stuff here. Hey, Raphael. Welcome. Howl is being very quiet, guys. He never thought about the other 999 things he could have done with that money. Now he's thinking about it. I'm joking, Al. I'm just joking, buddy. I'm just joking. No need. Oh, as I'm talking about, no need for any focus on me. I speak for all of us here. That's from all of us to support what you do for us. It's not about me. It's about what you do for us. Thank you very much, Al. I'm just glad you guys are here. You guys make me want to be better. And my kid and my partner as well. So every day I struggle to be better. It kills me. And then I'm more irritated. So I'm trying to solve that problem. It feels like I'm losing the fight. And then I'm like, why fight in the first place? If I get into the ring and the guy knocks me out every time, why am I getting back in the ring? Whatever. In any case, let's go. Good camo combining green ghillie and red backpack. And that's not money. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna find some cool clothing now. Some cool clothing.
Goodbye.
Would you like to share with us a few personal things you're struggling with, viewer?
Not really.
You're not willing to share it, or you're not struggling with anything?
I think I'm not just ready to share.
Okay, not a problem.
I want to keep that person.
Yep, 100%. At least you took the only option I was willing to believe. If you said I have no problems, I might have said bullshit. So how long have you been busy with programming?
I'm not really a programmer. I do quality assurance.
Okay.
But I have been in that field for 12 years, I think.
Okay. 12 years. 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 12 years So how did you get interested in the files? You know, like the loot files and stuff like that.
I kind of like that technical work.
Okay. So something that
And-
interests you.
Yeah, they released that big file, and for me it was quite easy to understand.
Okay.
And I started doing a web application, so non-technical people could also change the loot settings, but using the pretty UI.
The pretty UI, yeah.
Yep.
What does Dr. Grantham call it? A noob tube. Whenever someone does something that they don't do, they call it a noob thing. But yes, I feel the reason people need each other is because they are technical people. There are people with different skills, yeah, or things that they're interested in. And everyone can't be the same, otherwise we're going to be freaking boring. Check. Imagine every person in the world being Elon Musk. You know, bunch of schizophrenic lunatics walking around. There's not enough money to make them all millionaires. And there's no one to steal ideas from. Just,
That's
I want
also
your,
true, yeah.
I want your idea. No, but I want your idea. So yeah, it's like technical. Like my brother is a very, I don't know, logical person, and I'm more like a dreamer, or I don't know what you call it. But I'm not very technical. Like that, you say that was very easy for you to understand. Like as soon as maths went past 7 times 7, and it went to X, Y, Z, I was just like, in stuff this out. When did numbers turn into letters? Did I miss something? Yeah, but again, it's different for each different from each person. Rough Sleeper with 35 months. We are 1 month away from 3 years. Always such a positive place to be. Love you all. Thanks for giving us such amazing community loot. It means a lot to us. Thank you very much, Rough Sleeper. But you definitely one of the guys I'm talking to when I'm coming to revamp New Dawn. All right? Start thinking, my bro. Start thinking. Start talking to the community. I want to make New Dawn great again, my bro. You know, so, you know, put the people that play most on New Dawn, put your heads together and write out a few things for me. You know, make a few bullet points. Let's make all the servers great again, you know, for the people that play there. I'm not saying make New Dawn great for the people play on SE or Meat Grinder, you know. I want to make the server great for the people that are, you know, that want that kind of server. So definitely gonna talk to you soon, my brother. And Lars, thank you for all the Care Bear love. If the rest of you want to add some love as well, you're welcome. Thank you very much, Rough Sleep. I appreciate your long-term support, my brother. Like some people like working on cars, V. Did you know that? I stripped my engine once because I didn't have the money for another guy to do it. I think it's the worst job in the world. Was it interesting the first time? Yes. But when I was done, I wanted to find the guy who created such a small space for the engine and nowhere for my hands to go, you know, and blame him for the contortions that I had to do to get to the bolt. I'm like, did you tighten it with a robot? Because I had to break my arm to get there. Or are you just selling attachments to get to that crap? So yeah, no, I'm just like, no, this is not for me. This is not for me. But my engine worked better than it's ever worked, you know? So it's not like I can't do it. It's just, I'd go nuts if I have to do it every day.
Yeah, I can understand you.
Good morning, Didi. I somehow believe that what one man can do, everyone can do. I don't agree completely with you, Marjan, because again, I feel everyone has been placed on the world for a certain purpose. So everyone's got different gifts. So I can't do what Einstein did, because Einstein was overwhelmed by thoughts of mathematics. You understand? I don't have that overwhelming need to calculate the universe mathematics. I struggled with basic algebra, okay? And then I said, stop that. I'm not calculating the universal stuff. The stuff that he was writing, I'm not going to write that. And then you get people like Bill Gates. No, it's not Bill Gates. It's the other old guy that saves up his money. I'm not that guy. If I was earning 10 million a month, I would be spending at least 5 million a month minimum. Where he's just spending 10,000 a month. No, not even. No, he buys one meal at McDonald's and then he invests all his money. And he's been saving money since he was young. Can you technically do it? I don't even believe I can technically do it. Because it's not how it's not what I'm passionate about. It's not what drives me. And that's why I feel we've all got a purpose, because if we find that purpose, I believe we can do it better than anyone else. Because we were created to help the world with a certain thing. And one guy can't help the world with all the world's problems. So we've got different people that can help the people around them with different things. So can you technically do what anyone else can do to a certain extent? Yes. But can everyone be known? You know, can everyone change the world on one thing? Like, can everyone be Einstein? No. You know, can everyone be that? What was that guy's name that was in the wheelchair?
Hawking.
Yeah. Can everyone be that guy? No. You know? Can everyone be Elon Musk with his funny personality or his weird behavior? You know? And then whatever he did, use people for ideas? No. But in any case, Mayfrey, welcome, my man. Can't fix car, can't fix computer, can't fix plumbing, but I can listen to Luthais for hours. Dude, that's a skill. You know, listening to me. Not everybody can do that, trust me. Okay? That is not easy. So yeah, that's definitely a unique quality. Problem drop C0. That's a little bit far away from me. Oh, your sister still playing? My sister. Yeah, but very little. And the purpose is, I think, to enlighten, understand, and get to know yourself. Yeah, my biggest thing is to get control of myself. That's my challenge. To be at peace. Like, remember Bad Boys? You know, when he was rubbing his ears? Whooshu, whoosha, whatever that. I need to rub my ears and say something to stay calm. What do you think about the idea of integrating an AI text generation model into the game that would add meaningful dialogues with traders and also manage the game mechanics more logically? Whew, that was I think it's a good idea. But if they do that before they fix the puppets, I think I'm playing another game. I think they should just focus on the basics, Ivo. But your idea is a very good idea. I like your idea. But I think they should just focus on the basics. The fundamentals. It doesn't matter what's above the foundation. If the foundation isn't solid, everything's going to crumble. Crumble at some point. Everything's going to come crashing down at some point. Doesn't matter how many pretty things you put at the top. Yeah, agree, my John. Agreed. Where are you going? You're supposed to go there. Lou's never gonna get gear in 30 minutes. He talks too much. Agreed. I wanted to ask you where you are, V1, but don't tell me. I'm amazed that I haven't been stream sniped yet. Yeah, I'm sure everyone on the server loves me, so. I'm just appreciating being able to play without being targeted. Who knows? Maybe they thought we were a threat and now they're not worried anymore. Like Dr. Gra just goes through the teams. Yeah, this team. He's like in three, what did he say? On 3 teams or on 0 something. And then he gets to the goof troop, you know? And then he's like, what? Luth's team lost to those guys. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to find him funny. It was like a shocking realization that Luth's team can lose. We were supposed to be cyborgs, but luckily we're not.
No, it's not over yet.
Not over. It's never over until the fat lady sings. I wonder who came up with that saying. Can't win them all. You have to change that saying when it comes to me, mainframe. You have to. I don't know. I understand the meaning. You can't win them all. With me, is more like. I don't know how to phrase it. You can't win. Let's take the all out of it. Did you win the argument with Blue after the stream? No. Definitely not. The phrase, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, is commonly attributed to Dan Cook, a sports broadcaster from San Antonio, Texas. Lars, have you got a photographic memory or do you just type in something in Google very fast, buddy? I'd like to know. Both answers are fine. But I mean, the speed at which you type the question and you type the answer, that's impressive, bro. That's impressive. Google, well, even that is impressive, bro. Like, it's not even called for a minute and you've done both. Although a minute is plenty of time. But I appreciate the facts, Lars. I appreciate the facts. You are educating us, bro, on stuff that we're wondering about. That's cool. Unfortunately, with my goldfish memory, I'm going to forget it in the next 3 seconds. as soon as that sentence leaves the chat, I'm going to forget it. But thank you for telling me. Is my mouse strong enough to double click or is the loot strong enough to get out of the container? I'm gonna blame the server. Look, guys, are fully geared. Ta-da! I miss my place. I miss my place. I don't care if I die. I have to go to my favorite spot. Even if it's the worst spot, loot-wise. I still like it. Maybe I must say on stream some other place is my favorite place. Maybe I must just go to another place constantly on stream, and then the devs will buff it again.
Are you going back to D4?
No, but I'm sure D4 is going to be nerfed to death after I keep going there. Everyone on the street is going to go, stop going to my favorite spot. You're the reason.
I think they have mentioned in one of the dev updates that they are going to rework airfields.
I'm excited about the new POI that they said they were going to create. That's going to be high loot for like more PvP action there or something like that. They said something about a new POI. But yeah, I must stop talking about the Tech 1 headquarters because I'm basically just making sure it never happens. Let's go spawn a horde, guys. Let's go spawn a horde. Let's get the blood pumping. Hey, Rizzy. Let's have some fun. How do we have fun? We die. That's how we have fun. I'm so glad none of you wanted to take the rocket launcher. Because otherwise we would have 0 explosives left.
A rocket launcher, you mean RPG?
Yeah.
I just found 2 rounds for the grenade launcher.
Nice. Okay, we've still got it. I don't know if we always have it, but it's still there. The Tech 1 headquarters is a great idea. I wanted a bunker or sewers underground to explore in the big city. Yeah, it's always nice to have a place that goes very deep. We had that in Miscreated. In Miscreated, we had a place like that. And I really enjoyed it. It wasn't extremely challenging, but it was different. Something different is always nice. But the one that I'm thinking about in Scum must be impossible until you create like the perfect character. Not impossible to go to, like, you know, the difficulty must ramp up as you go down in levels. So like to reach level 12 where you remove your BCU lock, you're supposed to have like the perfect character. Like they must let you walk to a room and the computer, you know, scans you. You know, and if you don't have the perfect character, you don't get in. I don't know, something. to something where the difficulty ramps up, you know, more and more and more and more. So either you've got a team with a lockpicker, with a demolition expert, with a hacking expert, with a PvP expert, with a PvE expert, you know, you've got the complete team, or you try and do it solo, but then you have to be the expert at everything. You check. Something like that. Oh, yes. V1, I told Fab live on stream. So I might as well just tell you live on stream.
Okay.
Although I think the spot you chose was the crappiest spot in that entire town, I do apologize when you said you wanted to go to the police station, that I said no. I apologize for that.
Yeah, it's okay. No worries. We will do much better next time.
We should. We should with what we've learned. I just like to be a little bit calmer. Like I just want to have fun, but I don't want to act like a clown, if you understand what I'm saying. I want to take it serious, but I want it to be fun at the same time. Or not take it so serious, you know, not put so much pressure on yourself.
Then maybe for the next fight we should all take RPGs.
Or we can just wear ridiculous clothing and not take it so serious. 5 Santa Claus, yeah, rocking up there.
Yeah, that's something like that.
It's just the helmets are so bloody strong, man. And nobody wants to be one-tapped. Like, I like the ghillie, but because the ghillie hood gets removed when you got the helmet on, I'm like, without the hoodie, the ghillie doesn't look good anymore, you know? I don't just want a bunch of leaves flapping on my body. You know, I want my character to look cool. And I feel the hoodie on the ghillie is, you know, the final piece of the ghillie. But if you wanna look cool, you have to sacrifice something. And that's protecting your head. Miranda, welcome, darling. Good to see you again. Home sweet home. I feel better. Although I'm sweating a lot. And I didn't organize the loot. I didn't sell the loot. If you guys can't see me, I'm acting like I'm batting my head against the microphone. Why do you keep doing this? You can't loot anything, and if somebody kills you, you just gave them half the loot you got at the airfield. I did, Miranda. Everyone's dead. Walton is cleared, Miranda. They can live happily ever after now. Every single zombie is dead. So definitely. Ay, 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 ay. No, that's not on purpose, my friend. No, that's not on purpose. I think I'm losing it, but... I know I've got a goldfish memory, but... Even the goldfish is looking at me and going, what's wrong with you? Thanks, my friend. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, bro, can you load a little bit faster? Goodness gracious. And I loot now. Thank you very much. Pull Arthur Morgan. Who was Arthur Morgan against? From a movie. From a movie. Arthur Morgan.
I think it's from Red Dead Redemption 2 game, no?
Oh, yeah. You're right, Reach. You're right, buddy. You're right. The Django Unleashed. Wait. Just give me a sec. You know, these latecomers, can't you all just come at the same time? Yeah, man, I feel like a cowboy. Feel like chewing some. I feel like chewing some tobacco and spitting it out like a man. Hey, I'm trying to aim here. Do you mind? You shaking the cement. Get away from here. Freaking Sentry almost made me miss. Shaking the entire planet while he's walking. Oh, he was shooting at me. He was shooting at me. He was shooting at me. No, my team can get their own quivers. I don't know why I'm collecting quivers for them. They're experienced Scum players. They don't need any help. You thought you had me. You. she got happy there for a second. Yellow or red, yellow or red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, little, yellow. No, now think of Larry Crown. No. Larry Crown, guys, there's a good movie. There's a good movie. I like Larry Crown. Larry Crown is good. I'm gonna spend some time in here, guys. I've missed this place. I don't care if somebody kills me. I like this place. For some reason, I don't know. I just like it. I'll type it in. Type it in Google. It's a really good movie. if they allow, if I could build on that flat ground above the place, I would. That's my favorite spot. I build there in single player, but you can't build there in multiplayer. I know there's a water fountain up there, you know, in that forest, and I like that spot right there. Nice, flat, and beautiful. V, what does he mean when he says primary asset not found? You
Say
there?
again?
V? What does the sentry mean when he tells me primary asset not found?
No, I have no idea.
Me neither. One time he's trying to sound intelligent, the next time he's trying to sell you cookies. And then the next one he's telling you a joke. He's also got a split personality. Yeah, I've got a base. We've got a base. Like they wanted to be close to the big city, but they weren't crazy about being in the open, so don't think they'll be crazy about building a base right next to the airfield. Chopping wood has never been so stressful. Only reason I knew we would be able to build the base where we did is everyone was running around with bows, yeah. But if you want to build a base like here we are, guys, you better build that base within the first week, you know, and start upgrading it. Because once everyone has cars and guns, they're going to interrupt your building process on a normal server. My servers are normal, just like me. I'm special. Just need to be armed to the teeth come Friday. I don't know, but I had a grenade launcher, an RPK. Was pretty close to the teeth there. Pretty close. Didn't shoot my RPK, but I shot everything else. Apparently some used mines around the flag. Well, there are no rules, so doesn't matter what people do. Apparently the two people that we killed respawn in the sector. Tell their friends where we are. That doesn't matter either. Apparently the flag didn't work. That doesn't matter. Apparently the only people that really know how much time's left is the two guys holding time. It's all just one big surprise.
Yeah, and the bug with the gun jamming is not fixed, and
Oh yeah, the gun jamming.
And I think penetration bug is still present, and it's not also fixed. And they
Penetration.
put, yeah, there is some kind of penetration bug.
I just
like,
love like that sums up that sums up what has been frustrating me about the developers right there. Before the event, the flag is not right, so just know that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they put real money for the price, but the critical bugs are not fixed.
Yeah, but just like if I like telling the team there's something wrong with the flag, that's like telling them we're going to fix the puppets, yeah, or we know the puppets are broken. Instead of just, I don't know why they can't just speak English. Like, don't try and touch the flag. Yeah, run up to it. I will count it as a touch. I think I still would have died. But like I say, make the things clear. I had to ask in the chat, can we use Phoenix tiers? No, I didn't ask can we use Phoenix tiers. I said, surely we can't use Phoenix tiers because you said 1 life. You check. And 1 life for me means 1 life, not 1 life and get revived. But apparently you can. But they didn't specify that. So that's again, when 2 teams go in, that's one team knows they can do something, the other team doesn't know they can do something. Just clarity, plain English. What is 1 life to you? What does 1 life mean to you? I've done a lot of 1 life challenges. Phoenix tiers were never part of them. So what is 1 life to you? Oh, 1 life is you die, then you get revived, you die, you get revived. So it's where you can't get revived anymore. Okay, now we all understand that. Just, I don't know. I don't know. It's maybe communication. I don't know. And then with all these things going on, no one's allowed to get angry. I mean, I get angry, but I don't want to get angry. I would like not to be angry all the time. I would like to just enjoy my favorite game. And when someone tells me something in a competition, I'd like to understand it more clearly.
Well, let's see, maybe the next round will be much better.
Bro, I'm not even touching that flag. I'm running past it. Did you touch it? Yes. Did you see my hand go out when I ran past it? I slapped it when I ran past it. Hey, boss, it's so welcome, buddy. No, Luth, didn't touch the flag. You have to stand in front of it. For how many seconds? Why is that so freaking complicated? Oh, good no. Imagine if the PGA Tour, the PGA Tour, where you play for money, had no rules.
Yeah.
Do you understand how mind-blowing that sounds? Do you understand you can't even ban someone? Like, if you play golf, they can't kick you. They can't put you out of the tournament without kicking you for a specific rule that is in the rule book. Because if you can prove to them that they kicked you and destroyed your reputation, you know, and gave you a heart attack and you've got medical bills now, like that guy can sue the PGA for kicking him out of the tournament if they didn't specifically publicly say why they kicked him out of the tournament and have the specific rule that they kicked him on. That's how, that's how a tournament works with prize money. Not that I'm saying this, the PGA. I'm just saying one rule would have been nice. I'm not saying the rules that I want. I'm saying any rule. I knew a game. Imagine a boxing match without rules. The first match. Guy comes into the ring, shoots the other guy. And the organizers are like, you can't do that. Well, you didn't tell me. Mm. But I must say, the highlight of the entire event was when they got banned because of their own copyright claims. That was that was a special occasion. I see that, I see that. I don't hear any looting. Here we go again. Have a great day. Thanks for the entertainment. Keep up the good work. You make a game way better. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it, my man. Did you watch any of the matches, V?
No, I think I watched the first one when they were fighting on the island.
Oh, but you didn't watch afterwards, anyone's perspective.
No, I haven't.
Okay. Grant, he fired Rakit. You know the third person crosshair thing? But I think it's becoming in fashion now. You know, instead of the whole community knowing you're using a crosshair and you not admitting it, you flex now. So this behind the back third person shooting.
Mm-hmm.
That's becoming the cool thing now. To like, you know, not even, you're too lazy to put, you know, to just press Q so the guy's in front of you. You just, you know, you press E so he's behind you. You check. And then you kill him. I would be so impressed if a guy kills me like that. But Ray Kid's always polite. He doesn't let things get to him, like me.
So, Raked team lost yesterday.
Against Dr. Grant's team. Yes.
Yeah, okay. I might check that. I think Raked also has some good PvP guy.
He's got kick, man. He's got kick, man.
Yeah, right there.
But one good PvP guy is useless against 5 crosshair users. You know, that brighten up the night, whatever. You know what I mean. Like they've got 5 people that are used to using every exploit in the game or every unfair advantage. So, you know, one guy can't stand up to that. Or one good PvPer, you know, can't fill that gap. Wall hacking poppers 1.0 ready.
Puppets. You mean?
Don't worry about
NPCs.
the skill. Don't worry about the poppers, my bro. Worry about the super soldiers with heavy armor and guns. It's not the puppets that's gonna wait for you in a bush or be inside of a tree or come through a wall. It's gonna be a super soldier with armor on. Luckily, I hope they only come out of the drop ships, because I'm sure wherever they spawn in the world, yeah, it's not gonna be fair. Damn it. Why do you have to take out all the bullets every time I brew coin? You just add the ones that are missing. Goodness gracious. You're spoiling my cowboy fun here. Well, in any case, guys, was a nice session. And yes, thanks you guys for the nice back and forth today. I think it was a nice positive talk. And if there's anyone out there that thinks Loot isn't even trying to apply any self-control, here's just something that you might not think of. Although I say things that I sometimes shouldn't say, I'm definitely not saying what I want to say. Okay? I'm still restraining myself, whether you think so or not. So there's something to think about. Luthais. If I say what I want to say, they banning me the next in 10 minutes. Or I'll be on drama alert or something. You are not allowed to talk about other players like that. Who says? We say. And what about you? No, you're not allowed to talk about us like that. Okay. Do what you have to do. Get it over and done with. Like the guy in Last of Us, you know? Before she killed him. In the game, you know? He was like, you know, go over the whatever script, you know, you were planning and get it over with. That's what I would say. If I knew someone was gonna, like, end me, I'd just say, just get it over with. I did what I had to do. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Here's a bit of psycho talk. Serial killers and rapists and pedophiles think they're powerful or get off. You know, like killers get off on the power, you know, the power rush of killing someone, taking someone's life. They think they're the only ones with evil thoughts. You know, so they're dangerous because they've got these evil thoughts. And people who only care about winning think they're better than other people, you know, because whatever. But what they don't, what serial killers and evil people don't understand is we all have evil thoughts. We just don't act on them. It's like in the movies where you see the one guy talking to the other guy, and then you see a clip where she's beating him to death, or, you know, where the person's acting violent, but then a flashback happens, and you're like, oh, you know, that's what she wants to do. That's what he wants to do, but he didn't do that. You know, that's the difference between evil people and normal people. We've all got the same thoughts. We've all got emotions. We all get hurt. We all feel life's unfair, but we don't act upon it. So yeah, that's just my stupid thought for the day. Or Luth Nut Minute. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a day here because I have to run back to the base. And that's going to take me about 20 minutes. So, yeah. I think I'm going to reflect on myself. And see if I need any certain medication. But I'll see you guys later. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. And yeah, without you guys, I would be just a batshit crazy person talking to himself. I appreciate that you're willing to listen. Cheers.
Bye, everyone.